So I went further down the chain of interesting weight loss, interesting diet facts, right? So they did a meta-analysis of 29 long-term weight loss studies, and they found that half of the weight that was lost was regained in 2 years' time.
Yeah, it's not surprising at all.
And then in 5 years' time, over 80% of the lost weight was regained. So what's that, like a 5? You got 20%. So you got, hang on, half regained in the first 2 years. And then by 5 years, over 80% of the weight lost was regained. So what's that, like 5 or 10% success rate or something?
Yeah. That's everyone's like, diets don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Why do you think that happens?
So I've, let me add another little fun thing and then we'll go why.
Right.
I've also heard a stat that on average, adults will put on roughly 3 kilos over the holiday period.
Yeah.
And on average, as an adult, gain like 3.2 for the year.
Yeah.
So it's literally just like every Christmas.
Or like every holiday period just surmounted into one, yeah.
And you do that for 10 years.
Yeah, and you
put
30 kilos.
on 30 kilos.
Yeah, you're 30 kilos overweight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That to me was like, fuck, that's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, that's insane.
Like if you're a non-athletic population, that's, yeah, the beers, the food, the whatever over the silly season, and then you pay for that 10 years time.
Yeah.
Why do I think that is?
Why do you think that weight loss, like why do you think that diets for weight loss are so ineffective?
Because people diet, they don't identify as someone who eats a particular way.
Yeah.
I've been pushing this identity thing heaps. I actually had a client, we had this conversation, she's the same, loses the same, gains the same 5 kilos year in, year out, really struggles with maintenance, going into a surplus and all that kind of stuff, just like breaks her brain and she always regains the weight.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's because you diet.
Yeah.
Like we use the language I'm dieting or cutting. We should use the language we're cutting.
Yeah, because dieting is what you eat, right? Yeah.
But it's like we're always dieting.
Yeah, well,
I always know how much protein I'm having. I always am conscious of what's on my plate. I'm always aware of my body weight and my measurements. I'm always aware of my photos. Like, always dieting. Sometimes it's with less calories.
Sometimes it's with more.
With more.
Yeah.
People don't do that. They go on a fucking 100 diets in their lifetime, and they don't actually change the identity to, this is a particular way that I eat.
Yeah, the huge parallels with training as well. Like, you know, when people do those 8-week, 6-week kind of transformation programs, like not against them at all, but it's like they're not different on the other side from like a habits perspective. Like they haven't actually changed anything. They've just pushed their body so like to the limit over that 8-week period. And then once they're on the other side of that, they haven't learned anything new. Yeah. So then everything just goes back to normal. And it's the same with the diet. It's like, it's not something that has been ingrained in their daily behavior or can be. Yeah. Because, you know, I'm looking at these common mistakes. Like one of the ones that I put here is just like, just relying on the fad diet that is really extreme as an idea that it's a long-term solution to your problem. Yeah. It's like, it should never be like that. Like you should never be you should never sit down and have someone tell you, you need to eliminate a whole food group to get in shape. Yeah. That's a decision that you make based on whatever beliefs and education you have. Yeah. Like that's not like, I'm not sitting here saying like you can only get shredded if you don't eat carbohydrates. Yeah. Like that's setting you up for failure. Yeah. You know, so I think that, like you said, when you look at a diet, you've got to look at it going, I need to be able to do this for forever if I needed to. Yeah. And then that's where you take control.
I think where that gets lost is people then they attribute, I need to be able to follow this forever to the energy balance. Yeah. So that means I need to eat 1,200 calories forever.
Absolutely.
Like, no. Your energy balance will vary, but the way you eat stays the same.
Yeah. 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 Couldn't agree more. So I guess we'll keep going with the common mistakes. So the first one that I know I put the extreme one as the first one. The one I have here, which I think is the biggest one, consulting with everyone over the last 2 weeks, this one's number one for me. So it's like overcomplicating nutrition. Like too much info, paralysis by analysis. Like there's a secret diet out there. There's secret foods that are going to accelerate my results. Like I know from personal experience, as someone who's tried every single diet. I have done them all.
It's not carnivore yet.
Except for carnivore. Like, I've even been vegetarian for a period of time. Like, I think I lasted like a week. Like, I've literally done almost every diet. No one diet. The only one diet that has, like, obviously given me exceptional results amongst others because it has an identity, which I don't believe in, is the high protein diet. Like, only because my goals line up with that so closely.
Yeah.
But, like, even then, I'm just like, if I just ate a little less, like, I feel like most people should eat more protein than they do anyway. And then, so is that a high protein diet now that they just like label themselves, or is it just like a way of eating that meets the demands of what you need at the moment? Because like, that's the way I see nutrition in general.
And that's the point that we're making, right? The reason people fail is they go on a high protein diet.
Yeah, it's like they go on a label.
Yeah, they don't think I'm eating to the demands of my lifestyle.
Yeah, maybe we should make that. Like, it's the needs diet. Just eat based on
you fucking need
what you need.
Yeah.
Like your goals
if
and
fat less. If you want to build muscle, more.
Because then it simplifies everything. It's like because even just looking at the journeys of some of your clients,
TM that.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Look at some of the journeys of your clients or yourself. You're like the last month of my cut, it was low carb.
Yeah.
Like, but it just had to be because the calories
needs.
Below. Yeah, the needs, right? And it's like, and it was high protein.
Well, it's not even that, right? It's the needs were protein and enough fat.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then the need was an energy balance. So it's like, okay, well, the carbohydrate's the one that gets kicked to the curb.
That's it. It's like a list of priorities. And then now I'm like in a growth push. So I need more energy. Yeah. I need more carbohydrates. So now I also need protein and I need an adequate amount of fats. So fats are low, protein is still significantly high, and carbohydrates are exponentially higher than what I needed for the 4 weeks going into my photo shoot. And I think that mindset, like, I don't sit here and go, I did 4 different diets in the last 20 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't sit there with the labels.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just fucking ate what I needed, man. You know, I feel like we're on something there.
Yeah.
Like, just with the needs analysis scenario.
We're going to market the shit out of that.
Well,
stay tuned.
It's part of our method.
Lean and Strong in 16, featuring the needs diet.
It can be part of our performance pathway. So I'll just put that in there.
Yeah, we just need a sexy program name too.
Yeah, we'll get it. Well, Strong and Lean 16 is pretty cool.
Yeah, but like the training program needs to be called something.
Oh yeah.
So the overall program, Strong and Lean 16.
Yeah.
You get the needs diet.
Yeah.
What we need
I know what you mean.
The Jacked as Fuck program.
So the next one I have is like it leans into the extreme nature of it. It's like following shit you can't do for a long period of time, long enough to get the results you want.
Yeah.
Like, I can follow my eating strategy, we'll call it, forever.
Yeah, strategy for sure.
Like, there's nothing in my diet strategy that is like, I can't do this for a long period of time.
Yep.
The only caveat to that was when obviously I was cutting, the food volume was so low that I knew that was had a shorter term solution to it. Like, it was a shorter time frame.
Yeah, that's just the energy balance selection though, right? It's not the strategy.
I guess I'm just trying to play devil's advocate for those people who are like, yeah, but like, fat loss diets aren't supposed to be sustainable. It's like, yeah, like the calorie amounts aren't, but like the food compositions and, you know, the way you think about composing a meal and stuff, like those things, you know, can be quite constant across the board.
Yeah.
But either way, it's like, if you're going into a diet with the idea that it's going to, like, most people diet because they want to lose weight. So you've got to go into this diet and look at it and actually go, I not only can do this for 7 days, I need to do this for 70.
Yeah.
Like, if you can do it for 70, look at it and be like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
That's a sign of a good dieting strategy.
Yep.
Because consistency is everything. Like, you know, if you're dieting for 5 days of the week and eating the cupboards out on the weekend, which is what notoriously that happens to almost everyone who just pushes too hard. It's like, that's a sign your diet sucks, man.
Yeah.
It's a sign your strategy's not going to work for you.
And then I think if we're talking about like the success rate is so low, why? It's because the people change strategies after the 70.
Yeah.
So you have the strategy to do the 70 days, but you don't have the strategy for the next 70. So my 28-day challenge finishes next week.
Yeah.
So I've got a slide presentation and a Loom video that's going to go out. That's going to be like, this is how to eat at maintenance.
Yeah.
They'll all get maintenance calories sent out to them in the app.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can go and do this exact strategy that you've just done and keep the weight off by doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you can bring the calories up a bit because we've been fairly aggressive because I promised everyone they'd lose 2 centimeters. Most of them lost them in the first week, but that's okay.
Yeah.
To say, like, you can pull them up a little bit, you'll still be in a deficit, and you'll continue to lose weight, and it'll be less dramatic. Or you can come back to maintenance and you can keep this weight off and eat this way forever.
Yeah.
That's the part that most people miss, is the strategy needs to be repeated on the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we like the idea of just like setting goals and then setting new ones. So if you have accomplished that goal in that 70-day period, set a new goal so that you have a new strategy.
Yeah.
Like, and then you build everything around those needs.
Yeah.
But people don't do that. They like just live this perpetual cycle of just trying to lose the same amount of weight or just building the same physique and losing it again.
Yeah.
It's like your strategy is all wrong if like you are trying to achieve the same goal like just time and time and time again. Like, but everyone looks at the catch of that is when people look at that person that just continues to make progress, when they show them what they do, they're like, nah, it can't be that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's too easy. And it's like, well, you're getting in your own way here, like I said, with overcomplicating things.
It's not even that it's too easy, it's that I have to take too much responsibility.
No, it's too, and sorry, it's too simple.
Yeah. I have to take too much responsibility.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Because I have to do that thing consistently, and I've tried it and I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're telling me is to get the results that you're getting, I just have to do what I've already tried and failed at. Can't be.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, that's really where it is, which is rough.
Yeah.
to accept.
Yeah. I guess the hard part with the reason why that doesn't sit well with me is because they've already done the 70 days. So I'm like, well, why can't you continue on?
Yeah.
Like, this is it. Like, this is, like, I've been, what they've done for 70 days, I've done for 15 years.
Yeah,
But then people sit there and they look at it and go, oh, it's easy for you.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, no, it's just as hard for me as everyone else. Like, I want to eat my fucking face out of some food and shit sometimes too. Very acutely, I do. But most of the time, I don't. And sometimes I eat food that I don't like to eat.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's serving a greater thing for me.
Yeah.
Those people just can't do that. But I'm like, how'd you get to 70 days and then not want to push on? Like, someone's gone about your strategy just so wrong.
Yeah, and the gap's too big.
In order for you to do that.
The gap's too big for like, your mates and you, the gap's too big.
Yeah.
It's like, you've done it for 10 years. I don't, like, what do you mean? I don't have 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like, whereas someone who does the, fuck, man, I lost 5 kilos on keto, and like, I want to lose 5 kilos right now. Let's do it.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. It's a... But it comes back to that identity thing.